There have been a heap of changes to the instant asset write-off rules over the last 12 months, so I thought in this video I would go over some of the changes and give a couple of examples. Hi guys, my name is Michael and I'm an accountant from Australia. On this channel we talk about money and finances so we can all live more fulfilled lives together. Now the COVID-19 stimulus packages like JobKeeper and JobMaker have been pretty successful at keeping small businesses in Australia alive and to create some income. Another one of the packages that the government has announced is the extension of the instant asset write-off, which is now called temporary full expensing. Just for a bit of background, the instant asset write-off was announced in the 2015 budget, and it was a way for the government to incentivize small businesses to go out and purchase assets, to invest in their assets. It allowed eligible businesses to essentially fast track the tax depreciation on their assets, which effectively reduces their tax bills in the short term. To give a quick example, let's say a business bought a $10,000 machine that would last for about 10 years. Before the instant asset write-off, the business would be able to claim $1,000 per year as a tax deduction. However, with the instant asset write-off, the business would be able to claim the full $10,000, effectively lowering their tax bill by $2,700. This incentive drove lots of small businesses to go out and buy assets. Simply put, it stimulated the economy. And it was so successful at doing so that the government kept extending the deadline and even increased the threshold amounts. You can see by this table here that the original deadline was 30 June 2016 with a threshold of $20,000. This threshold was extended to 28 January 2019, before the threshold was increased to $25,000, but for only a couple of months. The threshold was then increased to $30,000 for the 2020 financial year, but when COVID struck, the threshold was lifted to $150,000. However, as of January 2021, the instant asset write-off threshold for $150K ended 31st of December 2020. So if you didn't already buy the assets by then, you've missed out. But not so fast. Meet temporary full expensing. Temporary full expensing in essence is the same thing as instant asset write-off. However, there is no threshold amount and it actually makes more businesses eligible. Under temporary full expensing rules, eligible businesses may deduct the business portion of the cost of eligible new depreciating assets, no matter the cost. But there are a number of exemptions and exclusions that you need to be aware of. Your business must have an aggregated turnover of less than $5 billion. Now this obviously won't be a problem for 98% of the businesses in Australia, so just about every business in Australia is eligible. The second one is that the asset must first be held and used in between the period of 6 October 2020 and 30 June 2022. Next is that only the business portion of the asset may be deducted. So as a quick example, if you use your business's car, half for business purposes and half for personal purposes, you may only claim the half that's for business. On the topic of motor vehicles, the motor vehicle car limit still applies. So for 2021, that's $59,136. So you may only claim up to $59,136 if that's fully business purposes. So don't think you can go out and buy your $600,000 Lamborghini and fully depreciate that under the temporary full expensing rules. That just won't work. Additionally, if the asset that you are buying is actually second-hand, your business must have a turnover of less than $50 million rather than the $5 billion. So they've just limited the number of businesses that can buy second-hand assets. If you want to get nitpicky, there's a couple other exclusions, but they probably don't apply to you. There's things like for primary producers, so that's farms, stuff with water assets, all these different things. But those ones that I've mentioned will be applicable to you. Now that pretty much sums up everything that you need to know about temporary full expensing. If you had any questions or if you need someone's opinion, please leave a comment below and I'll get back to you.